Here is my audience. Say hi, audience.
Hi, audience.
Let's learn about discrimination. All right. Have you ever been judged for your appearance? I think that everyone gets judged, but that shouldn't summarize who we are or what we stand for. I've worked with many different people in my life and all different ethnic backgrounds, races, genders, socioeconomic stances, but I don't think that those are things that we should judge people off of. God created all people equal, and their physical appearance shouldn't determine how we treat them. So I think what I'm going to talk to you guys about is how we can conquer this issue in America by addressing it with humility and love. So I'd like to use a little analogy just to kind of get our minds focused. So imagine you're a server at a restaurant, and this rich business guy comes in. He's got gold chains, gold watches on. He sits down at the table. And then next comes in this poor looking, raggedy, old, dirty person, and they sit at the table next to him. Now, who would you rather wait on? Right now in your head, you're making a judgment call based on their appearances. So discrimination is far too relevant in American culture today. We can see that through, like, in 2017 with the Charlottesville stuff. It started with statues and the Civil War and turned into a racial outbreak of people saying, oh, we need this, based on, just racial issues. And KKK showed up, and then anti-KKK showed up, and it just turned into a whole issue just because people were too proud to let go of their racial connections to things. And we can also see it in anti-racist movements. Lenton talks about how the increase in anti-racism movements lately has proved that racism is still very alive in America. So let's talk about how we can solve this issue. I think it can't be solved overnight, but if we approach it with humility and love, then we can easily solve the problem of discrimination and racial issues in America. So first, let's start with humility. Ephesians 4:2 talks about bearing each other with love and approaching every situation in humility. And I think if we just put ourselves in someone else's shoes, we can really solve the issue and just relate to someone before we judge them based on their physical appearance. And then love. Luke 6:31 talks about doing unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you just treat someone how you'd want to be treated, you're not going to base how you treat them on their physical appearance. So I'd like to tell you guys to encourage others and bring them together rather than tear them apart. So we can do this by choosing humility, putting ourselves in other people's shoes and not comparing ourselves to them, and by loving them and just approaching every situation with kindness and choosing to love everyone and just place their needs above yours. So let's bring everyone together with love and humility and not judge people based on their race, their ethnicity, the color of their skin, or just their socioeconomic background.